This is Parm with ProBox Respect TKO. I'm with the renowned boxing trainer Johnny Oliver. So how you doing? You alright?
I'm okay, yeah, lovely.
Good. Viewers, just for your benefit, we're at Islington Boxing Club,
Yes,
ABC.
yeah.
Happy New Year. I know what you've done for New Year's. I'm going to come back onto that. Last time I saw you, Johnny, was at the Vinnie Paz movie premiere. What did you think of that movie?
I thought it fantastic.
Yeah.
Simply because it is the truth.
Yeah.
Now, I know the story, most boxing people know the story, and I think the film was fantastic set up of what it was.
Yeah,
What it was.
I really enjoyed it too.
Yes.
Didn't know what to expect, but and very inspirational as well.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're a boxer or not, you know.
Some of the fight scenes could have been better, but then it is what it is.
Absolutely.
The story was absolutely 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't anything big budget, but for anybody who hasn't seen it,
Yes.
definitely I think they should go out and get it.
They should do, yes.
So going back to New Year's, I know you was in Vegas. Tell us a bit more about that, Johnny.
Well, I go to Vegas on a regular occurrence.
Have you seen that Tommy film?
No.
You ain't seen it, no? Show me,
Sorry about that. We go to Las Vegas. I go 2 or 3 times a year, to be honest. It started off when I took my nephew out there to turn professional with Cornelius Bozer Edwards.
Yeah.
That was back in 1992.
Johnny, for viewers who don't know your nephew, please tell them who your nephew is.
Oh, Spencer Oliver. My nephew is Spencer Oliver, former European champion.
Yeah, super bantamweight champion.
Yeah, super bantamweight champion, number 3 in the world at that time, not injured.
Yeah.
By all bodies, by all governing bodies.
Yeah.
He's now back training. He's 100% fit. Back training, personal training.
Yeah.
He finds that better.
And he's part of the Sky commentary team as well, isn't he?
Yes,
on a regular
he's
basis.
On the Sky commentary team. He's
Really?
also doing Mimi TV.
Yeah, really nice guy, mate. Really nice guy.
Yeah, he does that with Darren Barker, who I also trained.
Okay.
As an amateur up to international level. So there's quite a few over the years that I've trained.
Yeah.
So
your trip out to Vegas, you've been doing that for quite a while now, haven't you?
we went out with Spencer's brother Danny, who was 2 times national champion. He turned professional out there with Bozer Edwards. He had 2 fights out there. But while we was coming back on one of those trips, my brother said to me, we're sitting in McLaren Airport, and he said, I'd like to bring a team out here. And I looked at him and said, well, let's do it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we've done. You know, there's people, it's just a dream. It was just a dream that has come true.
Yeah.
We got it together, we took it to the boxing committee of Finchley, and they said no. They didn't want to have nothing to do with it. They said, if you want to go to Las Vegas, do it under your own steam, with your own money, which is what we did.
And that was a long time ago as well, wasn't it?
That was in 1994 we done that. It took us a couple of years to organise it. 96 we first went out there with a team of 12 and we drew 6 all. That's what we raised all our own money. We had functions, fundraising functions. We had John H. Tracy come down, give us 2 or 3 gigs on singing. I ran the London Marathon twice. My brother,
amazing.
He walked over the Sahara Desert. And everything to do with fundraising, we done it to take those teams out to Las Vegas. And we took out 17 teams over 17 years.
Yeah.
And over 300 amateur boxers we took there.
Amazing.
And in the first team was Darren Barker, who I trained at that time.
Yeah.
He went out there twice. George Groves went out there 3 times. James DeGale went out there once. Anthony Joshua went out there once. And in amongst that, all that, there's so many champions and novices. I'm not saying novices because there's some boys we took out there as raw novices, and some we took out as ABA champions, schoolboy champions, and whatever. And over the years, we ended up with 3 world champions.
Wow.
Out of that,
Huge achievement.
British champions, Commonwealth champions, European champions, the whole spectrum, right on the front.
And as a mark of respect to you, Johnny, you're still very quite close with some of those big names you mentioned. Yeah.
People, we walk along the street. To be honest, I was at Finchley for so long. I was virtually born and bred there through my parents and everything. You know, so and my younger brother who now passed. You know, it's just part of our blood.
Yeah.
Walk along Finchley now, people say, "Hey, Johnny," and I say to my partner, "Who's that? Who's that?" You know, and I haven't got a clue because, you know, it's not the memory or anything like that. I've trained
Just the
so many
reputation, isn't
people.
it? Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be at a show, a boxing show. How you doing, Johnny? I say, "I'm sorry, but who are you?" And I have to apologise, and they tell me, "Oh yeah."
Oh, bless.
But then some of them have gone around the world.
Yeah.
You know, and now living abroad.
Yeah.
And they contact me on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a great tool, Facebook, isn't it?
It's a small world when you've got the technology we have today. It's a small world.
Is Finchley Boxing Club, is that still up and running? Is that
Well,
still
it's
going?
still up and running, but it's now not part of the ABA. They've opted out. It's up to them what they do. Not interested, to be honest. It's like I've spent over now 72, so I've spent nearly 60 years there.
Yeah.
And it's gone because they've now opted to go to whatever it is. And they've opted out.
Yeah.
They've opted out of it, so they can never train schoolboy champions, junior champions, junior ABA champions, senior ABA champions, Olympic gold medalists. They can't do it.
Yeah.
They won't come through from Finchley.
Johnny, I saw the pictures on Facebook, and you know, quite humbling at the same time. But you know, you're quite good friends with the Mayweathers as well, right? You was out in the gym there.
Yeah. Sorry.
Somebody wants their jacket out. So. No, that's all right.
Pinch my coat. All right. Okay.
Because I think you mentioned off camera, mate. Vegas is it an annual trip for you? Is it or biannual? How often do you go out there,
For
mate?
me personally,
Yeah.
I go out there 2 or 3 times. I've just come back.
That's right.
2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah.
The only reason I never went in the middle of last year is because I became ill with polymyalgia rheumatica.
Okay.
And my partner's gone down with diabetes, so we're now up and running.
Yeah.
We went, as soon as we was up and running, booked the trip to Vegas. Off we go.
Excellent.
And that's it.
Excellent.
And I'm going back in 5 weeks' time.
Life is too short, mate.
Yes,
and
it is.
whilst she's there, just want to say, get well to Carol, your partner.
Yeah. We're well enough. Her son is getting married in Vegas in 5 weeks' time, so we're off. It's all booked. We're off again. So I'll go and see. You know, if Floyd's over here. You see, when you people are moaning about Floyd Mayweather and they're charging £300 to go and see him wherever he's over in this country.
Yeah.
I'll go and see Floyd in his gym.
Yeah.
Anybody can go and see Floyd in his gym.
That's right.
Don't cost a penny.
No.
Yeah, so they're saying, "Oh, Floyd's doing this, Floyd's doing that." It's not Floyd at all.
Yeah.
It's the people that are bringing him over.
Yeah.
The people that are bringing him over to earn money.
Yeah. Exactly. 100%.
You know, there's nothing to do with Floyd. And really, what they want to do is ask how much Floyd gives to the homeless people of Las Vegas.
Yeah, that never gets publicised. I mean, I was there last year, I think about the same time, and I went to the Mayweather gym, didn't pay a penny. Floyd Senior was there, Roger Mayweather was there. So, never charged a penny.
All on my Facebook. You know, I said over Christmas, I was with Floyd Senior over Christmas.
Yeah.
And Jeff, the other brother.
Yeah.
Floyd Senior, the brother, Jeff, you know, is Roger Mayweather, he's with Roger Mayweather, well, all of them, you know, there's nothing wrong with them. And, you know, they make us feel quite welcome. You know, when Carol walks in, she gets a hug and you know, whatever it is.
It's amazing. Johnny, obviously, boxing's in your blood. That's my first passion as well. What do you make of like the UFC, MMA? You into that at all? Do you watch it? No, no.
I wouldn't give a touch.
Okay. Seems quite popular in the US though, doesn't it?
Only because people. It's only going to be that way until somebody seriously gets hurt.
Yeah.
If they haven't already done so. I mean, if you look up before Christmas, a young guy lost his life doing this white collar stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to happen on a regular occurrence, and unfortunately, boxing will get the bad name.
Yeah.
Because of it, and it's got nothing to do with the boxing, because the boxing side of it, we know, is controlled on the safety side of it.
Yeah.
I mean, amateur and professional
Yeah.
on both sides. Whereas this UFC or whatever they call it,
Yeah.
and their white collar stuff isn't. Anybody can go in there. They've got no idea where they've come from, what medical history they've got. Haven't got a clue. So people are going to get hurt.
I think some of the, I completely agree with you, but there are a couple of white collar formats. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
So they're doing obviously their best to make sure
Yeah.
safety is paramount. Just quickly, Johnny, to the boxers you mentioned, both IBF champions, James DeGale and Anthony Joshua. First on DeGale, he's up in this weekend.
Yes.
What are you thinking? What's your prediction on that fight, mate? How do you see it going?
Well, I know Badu Jack.
Yeah.
And I know Eddie Mustafa Muhammad out of one of Floyd's trainers.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, about 6 weeks ago, they parted ways.
Okay.
Eddie Mustafa Muhammad does not train Badu Jack. Somebody else trains him in Mayweather's gym.
Yeah.
And I've watched him many times. He's a big
He's
guy,
strong.
a big, strong guy. Got a punch.
Yeah.
James won't have it all his own way. I don't think.
Yeah.
Whether James can be clever enough to outwit Jack, it's one of them.
Well,
It's
he's
one of them. I like James. I've cornered James. I've done his corner
yeah.
as an amateur
Yeah.
in the Northwest Divisional Championship in the big fight that James lost with George Groves.
That's
in the
right.
Northwest Divisional Championship. I done the corner.
Okay.
I thought James won it, to be honest. They're both good friends of mine. It is what it is. It's a business.
Yeah. Seemed to be a bit of bad blood after that, wasn't it? And led up to their second
There
fight.
was, I don't think it was. To be honest, I don't think it was James. It was other people. It wasn't James.
Sure.
One said something to one said in return, and the bad blood.
Just
they,
right.
you know.
And
I know that it was in the same team that I took out to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
They was in that same team. There was no bad blood then.
yeah.
They both won.
Just other people. It's quite interesting how their careers have taken a different path. Possibly fourth time lucky for George Groves. James has obviously gone on to win the IBF super middleweight title. I think he's had some criticism in the past for maybe taking his foot off the pedal, if you like, mid rounds. But obviously he'll know that he's got to keep on it, right, against Paddy Jack.
He's got with Jack. He's got to be there all the time. He's got
100%.
He's got to be, all the time, but right on button.
Yeah.
He's got to be on tick.
Yeah.
Because Jack will be there.
Jack.
And it's a different. We can say world championships and this and that, but the Americans work out different.
Yeah.
They're aggression all the time.
Yeah.
And I think Badu Jack will be on James if he can.
Yeah. And if it goes obviously to scoring, we know it can always work slightly different because we saw that with Andre Ward versus Sergei Kovalev as well.
Yes.
So if it goes to the judges, it could go either way. A few months from now, Anthony Joshua versus Klitschko.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, sir?
Knockout.
Yeah.
Boxing throughout the history, people can look at it and they can say have their own opinions.
Yeah.
And it's not because I was only one of Josh's trainers. Josh had many trainers as an amateur. It's the same as this club in Islington. There's lots of trainers, and I always say to any boxer, get as many trainers as you can and talk to them.
Yeah.
Grab information out of each trainer, and that way you will get better. And that's exactly what Josh done. Sean Murphy was a big input on Josh. I was a big input. Jake, all of them. My brother, my late brother, everyone. Georgie Phillips. We've all had an input, not only on Josh, but the other champions that we produced.
Yeah.
Benga Alimi, which was Josh's cousin. I trained Benga. He was ABA heavyweight champion at the same time as Josh was ABA super heavyweight. It is what it is. Timing is the thing of professional boxing. We're talking about professional boxing now.
Yeah.
And it's the timing.
Yeah.
Right the way through the history of heavyweight or all boxing, you get a great champion. At some stage, he just stays around too long and he gets beaten by the young buck.
Yeah.
And that's the timing, and I think this is the timing.
I think you're absolutely right there, Johnny. Maybe 5 years ago might be a different fight with Klitschko, but I'm sort of behind what you said, and I'm taking Josh to maybe do it in between round 7 to 9 or something like that.
Yeah, I'd say set that around 7.
Yeah, excellent,
Yeah,
excellent.
I say around 7. But when you look at the power, I mean, they talk about the power of Joshua, this and that, but what people don't realise the power is that, all right, so he had 18 fights, 18 knockouts. When he came down and he took the pads with Sean Murphy, and you can ask Sean, when he hit Sean Murphy with the pads,
Yeah,
Sean still suffers with the injuries that occurred on that hand. He smashed it all in his hand.
Wow.
Smashed it. He didn't break it. He smashed all the metacarpals and everything. And that's what he done.
that type of power.
And that's the power he's got.
And I think something that's a little bit underrated for me with Joshua is he has got speed. You know,
What people don't realise that he's still, if they look round, they check it on this computer, whatever they want to do.
Compy Pogs or something.
He was done sprinting before he come into the club.
Yeah,
He done the sprint, and he still holds the British record for the 100-metre sprint under 16.
wow.
So, and he's phenomenal speed.
Yeah,
When he wants to, he hasn't had to use it.
yeah,
To be fair, the opposition hasn't been that great.
yeah,
So he hasn't had to use it.
yeah.
Once or twice you see a spark of it, but when his back's against the wall, you'll see the speed and everything else.
Well, hopefully a good couple of fights starting with this weekend and then obviously in April. I know you know a lot of people. Before we leave, anybody want to shout out to, Johnny?
I'll just say hello to everybody, to be honest. I mean, I love boxing. It's been part of my life, my family's life,
Yeah.
my late wife's life, my partner's wife, husband.
Yeah,
Everybody. It's my partner's father started finishing boxing
okay.
way back in the 40s, turn of the 40s.
Yeah.
So, and I knew my father. So I've had a great career, amateur career, a great professional career.
Yeah.
With the late George Francis, who was probably one of the great trainers.
Yeah.
And in actual fact, what I can say about George Francis, if you didn't know it, he is the one manager and trainer that brought the black boxers through back in the 60s.
Did he train Bruno?
He did train Bruno.
He did, didn't
He
he?
trained him to the world title as well.
Okay.
Originally he was Terry Lawrence. He came in as
That's right.
Terry Lawrence. But George had him afterwards. And what happened with George, his first boxer was Bunny Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
And his second boxer, or at the same time, it was Lenny Gibbs. Two black guys. And I'd already boxed Bunny as an amateur and beat him. And Bunny went on to win the British middleweight and the European and the Commonwealth titles, and he was the first immigrant boxer to do so.
Okay.
He wasn't the first black champion, but he was
Yeah.
the first immigrant champion.
Okay.
So Bunny's still about around this area, around Finsbury Park.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
he's still about.
Excellent. Excellent.
I think he comes down here every now and again as well, down in Islington.
Down to here.
So that's what George was known for.
Yeah.
If you look back, all the black champions went through with George.
Yeah. Excellent.
Bunny Sterling, Bunny Johnson, John Conti, Frank Bruno,
Yeah. Big names.
Mackenzie, Duke Mackenzie,
Duke
not
Mackenzie.
Not Duke, his brother.
Clinton. Yeah. Yeah. Clinton as well.
So there's a whole string of them, and a few white boys like me.
Johnny, on that note, I know it wasn't easy today to put this together, and thank you for the time.
That's all right,
And,
anytime.
Wish you all the best, mate.
Anytime. Thank you very much.
Take care, mate. Bye.
Thank you.